Hey kids! How's everybody out there in YouTube land this evening, huh? There'll be a little wind noise tonight from fans because it's hot here again. Actually, it's not so hot, it's just I'm hot. Man, I just got done running down to AutoZone and back because I needed to get some parts tonight. And man, old fat guys like me shouldn't be trying to walk that fast, that far, in that heat. I can tell you that much. Man, I left here at 12 minutes after 6. 12 minutes after 6. And I hiked all the way down to AutoZone, got the parts I needed, and hiked all the way back, trying to be back here in time for the live stream at 7. And I made it. What am I, a couple minutes late? I think I'm doing pretty good. I got on the boat, got the generator started, got the fans back on, the companionway opened up, got out myself a couple of beers, because I know I'm going to inhale the first one or two really quickly, but had to run all the way to AutoZone today for bolts. For bolts. Bolts. Where's the other package? I bought 2 of them. Darndest thing. Darndest thing at AutoZone today. Well, hold on a minute. Let me say hello to everybody. What did I miss here in the chat? Let's see. Hey, Kelly Banks, what's up, man? Hey, Ian. Hey, Don. Smoking, what's up? Hey, Pilot. Yes, good cardio. Oh, man. That was a real good cardio workout. I don't know how far it was down there. You know, half mile, 3/4 of a mile, something like that. Half a mile, I don't know. But had to run all the way down there for some bolts for the exhaust manifold. Okay, I gotta pick a bitch here with AutoZone, who I got these bolts from, because there's something not right with AutoZone. Hey Clint, how you doing this evening, sir? What's going on? Oh, Weldingville was great. Glad you liked that, Wood Beast. Hey, hey Adam, what's up? Okay. 2 packages of bolts. Both of them the exact same thread size, M8, 1 1/4, 16 millimeter. These, and then these are the same exact thread size, just a little bit longer. Okay. 1 1/4, 50 millimeter versus 16 millimeter. 16 millimeter and looks like, I guess 20 millimeter long and 16 millimeter long. Both of them M8 1 1/4 inch bolts, right? Okay. Same thread size. These, the 6 that are in this package, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 in this package are longer 20 millimeter than the 3 that are in this package. There's only 16 millimeter long. Same thread size, same grade bolt, everything identical. Twice as many bolts in this package as in this package. These are longer too. Both packages were exactly the same price, $4.29. What the heck? Twice as many bolts for the same price. I got 6 for the price of 3? Or did I end up paying for 6 and I only got 3? I don't know. This package says it only has 3 bolts in it. So it's not like somebody took bolts out of it. Same exact price, both packages. AutoZone screwed up. I don't know, I have no idea why. It makes no sense to me, so. Hey Nacho, well, I have no idea. Hey Barry, welding live stream earlier was great. Nice to see a local help you out at a fair price. Yeah, I had a bunch of guys actually recommend to me to go the JB Weld route. So, but I remembered when I went to do laundry the other day, I saw a muffler shop. Maybe the metal is different. It is different. So I hiked down to the muffler shop. They weren't open yet. So I kind of hung out and waited around for about 45 minutes. I got there way too early. And finally the worker guys got there, and I was talking to them before the boss guy got there, before the manager got there. And Nacho says, hello, Lily. Billy says hello, Nacho. So, hey, Andy, what's up, man? Can we all please be nice? Hey, everyone's nice tonight, man. Everyone's going to be nice tonight. So, anyhow, hey, Frank, leave that alone. Get your nose out of there. You don't need that. Okay, you're a good kid. You're a good dog. Go lay down. No, both grade 8, Ian. Both grade 8 bolts. Exact same hardness on the bolts. No difference in them at all. Sorry. Just screwed up. Are you sure they're the same grade, darker color ones, or grade 8 normally? No. You can't see it here. They're the same color. They're the same. They've got the same markings up on the top. They're the same grade of bolt. They're both grade 8s. Exactly the same hardness. 6 longer ones in this package, 3 shorter ones in this package. Same set thread size, same everything, same price. Makes no sense. So, makes no sense. But, you know, maybe I guess that when they get down to a certain price level, they just price them all the same or something. I don't know. But one of those sizes is going to be the right size for the repair. I went to put the elbow on today. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure which one I'm going to need. I know they're the right thread size. I wasn't sure on the length, so I got 2 of them, so I had some options on the length. So, okay, let's see, Carl, I want you to change the thing. Marge, I don't know what your questions were, but if they were deemed offensive, they may have been deleted. I don't know what your questions were, so I can't answer your question now. So, in any event, very typical from a sales point. Yeah, somebody at the store probably screwed up with doing an order. Lovely field trip with a welder video today. Glad you guys like it. Okay. You've had quite a day today. Yes, I had, Miss Shark. Quite a day. Set up. So anyhow, I went to the welder shop, and the guy told me he was gonna, one of the guys that was working at the shop said, yeah, they could fix that, no problem, probably 15 bucks. I thought, well, 15 bucks, hell, I had that much money, I could do that. Then the manager guy came there and looked at it, and he said 25, and I'm like, okay, 25, still fair enough. Fast by the welding video, spent a good part of my day learning about metal, zinc, galvanized steel, and welding. Cool. But yeah, well, actually, let me grab the elbow here. Hold on, real quick, while I reach over here and grab it. I've got it sitting on the other side of the boat. You know what? Let me grab my light too, and maybe I can show you guys in more detail. Get out of here! Oh, come on, let go. Figures you go to grab something, it's got to get all tangled up, right? Normally it wouldn't get tangled, but now it does. Got my light here so I can show this thing to you. So, oh, they lost money on you today. Well, maybe. Anyhow, so here's the pipe. You can see what the pipe looks like. There's the patch that he put on it. This bracket part right here. This is the patch that he put on the thing, but. Here's the thing, this has got an elbow. You see this little nipple that goes on here? There's the bolt that goes in. This little nipple, a water hose connects to that and pushes water into the exhaust elbow. If you look down inside there, I don't know if I can get this right on the camera, but probably too bright now. You can see the pipe going inside. You see there's a small pipe inside the big pipe? Well, at this end, you can see where the small pipe ends right there? Where that small pipe ends inside the big pipe. Okay, I think I showed you that sufficiently now. Where the small pipe ends inside the big pipe is right here where this wore out. So the water rushing through is hitting the hot pipe. This is the exhaust manifold on the engine. It's a single cylinder. So that's what goes up against the cylinder. This is what connects it, and it was this bolt here that while I tried to put this back on, I broke the head off of the bolt. Of course, these have gotten weakened now, and of course this one here, there's no way to change it because this is here. There's no way to get that off. This is actually not a bolt. This is a stud, but the nut on this side has frozen to the bolt, so it unthreaded from the engine instead of the nut just coming off and allowing this to be removed, as did the bottom one. They both unthreaded from the engine. So I'm replacing that bottom one with one of these, you know, bolts that I bought. So that's just gonna fit in there like that, and that one's gonna stick through, and those two are gonna bolt. Here's the engine block. That's gonna bolt up to the engine block. So anyhow, that's what the part looked like. That's what had to be fixed. The welder, he took a piece of pipe, he cut it lengthwise so it could open up a little bit. He slid it up on there. He strapped it back down tight and then welded all around, sealed it all back up. So this is actually now better than new. So Carl, that just uses a longer bolt and cut the head off. Yeah, I could do that. I could thread in another bolt and then cut the head off. But let me tell you something, guys. In there where the engine, there's like no room to work on this around the engine. The engine is right up underneath the floor of the cockpit. So I don't even have enough room to turn a wrench in there. It's almost impossible to get access to these bolts to tighten them. On the one, I have to use a really long extension to get on there, and on the other one, I can just kind of finger tight it and then take the little wrench and just reach in there and just get a little bit on it. It's really a bad situation. So what else did I miss? Carl, did they pressure test the repair? They did not pressure test it, no. Marge the setup, I ignore. Okay. Video. Minimum shop charge is $85. Yeah. You're right about welding, mesmerizing. Wasted 15 minutes of my day watching Rob weld. Yeah, right? Oh, man. Use a crow's foot on the ratchet. Use a crow's foot. I have no idea what a crow's foot is on the ratchet. So I leave the old stud there and put one new bolt. That's what I'm doing. I'm leaving the old bolt on there and just using another stud, another bolt to the bottom. Answer to you again, Chamber Pod. Okay. Hey Dick, how you doing? Hello, Ellen Daniels. Hey Ellie. Ellie's on here besides Frank. Very cool. So anyhow, guys, that's kind of what I did. I had to run down there and grab more bolts tonight. So I am hot and sweaty, and you know, still, it's kind of like, you know, you go get some exercise like that, you always kind of feel a little adrenaline rush, a little jazzed. I'm sitting here with 3 fans on me right now, trying to cool back down. It was hot earlier today. It was really hot earlier today. But then all of a sudden, it just, like in 15 minutes, the temperature dropped 10 degrees. I don't know why. It's like all of a sudden, it just dropped like 10 degrees. Now it's cloudy outside, looks like it's gonna rain, but it's not raining. It's really humid though. I mean, it must be 90% humidity, it feels like, so. Okay, gasket. I bought gasket making material, and I've been experimenting with cutting out gaskets. I had one pretty well cut out today, and just as I got done cutting it out, it tore. So I'm gonna work on that again tomorrow. I'm gonna try again, but man, trying to cut a gasket out with limited tools is difficult. So the human brain does not like to be overheated. Make sure you use anti-seize on the bolts. I don't have any anti-seize, so a productive day for an interesting content, although I felt like a real bummer when your exhaust pipe failed you. Well, it happens. You know, you're going to run into those things, Miss Shar, when you're out here on a boat, especially an old boat like mine. My boat's 45 years old. You're going to be running around out here in an old boat like this. You have to figure you're going to have a problem. So, yeah, exactly like Seltzer says, it's not a major overhaul. This is actually a fairly common problem on sailboats at these mixing elbows. That's what this is called, is a mixing elbow. There's also the exhaust manifold, but it's also a mixing elbow. You know, these are a weak design point in marine engines, and so it's an ongoing problem working on them. So with that said, cheers everybody. And by the way, I'm just going to inhale this because I'm really thirsty. Oh man, let's see here. Copper paste works. I don't have any copper paste. You have a ball peen hammer. I do not have a ball peen hammer. I do have a small hammer, but I don't have a ball peen hammer. So, So anyhow, that's what my day consisted of today. I got the welding done early this morning. 30 weight oil and ball bearings. Okay. What a crow's foot is. Okay. Email me what a crow's foot is. That's fine. I don't know. Yeah, I just on that top boat, Prost. I don't know what that is, Dick. P-R-O-S-T. I don't know what that is. Prost. I don't know. So that's what I did today. I got up early this morning. I went down. We got the welding done. Got back here. Cheers. Cheers. There you go. Tried to assemble this thing and get it back together again. Broke a head bolt off. Guys, man, let me tell you, when the head bolt broke, holy crap, was I freaking out. Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys have ever had the experience of breaking off a head bolt in an engine block, but when that happened, I was just thinking to myself, I just screwed myself royally. I mean, that to me was going to be the real issue. Here's the one that broke. You can see where the nut was here when the head was here. This threaded in and broke off. And fortunately, and I mean like I was praying, I was able to grab this with a stupid pair of needle nose pliers and just, you know, work on it and try to rotate it. And to my dumb luck, it just came out. It came out easy. I thought, man, when that head broke off and that little bit of, just about that much of the stud was sticking out, I was just able to grab enough of it with a pair of pliers to back that off and to get that out of the engine block. Man, I was so relieved to get this out of the engine block, because I just had visions of, man, how the hell am I going to get that thing unstuck, you know? I'd be sitting here with a drill trying to drill it out and then using a thread chase. Oh man, it was just going to be, I expected it to be a disaster, but I was lucky. I was lucky in so many ways with this repair. It was unbelievable. I was heading out of here. I was just not 1,000 yards down the canal when I first seen the smoke coming out from the wire that was making contact. Turned around, came back, got tied back up, found the wire. I've got that all fixed and rerouted, so it's not going to be anywhere near the exhaust manifold again. And then I noticed the exhaust manifold issue, which is interesting because I've had, you know, engine exhaust in the cockpit or in the salon before, and man, I looked all up and down. I couldn't find any place where I could see where there was engine exhaust coming from. And then all of a sudden, you know, with this happening, it became real obvious. There's the hole. So not only was I lucky that that wire was not a big issue, I was lucky that I finally identified where that leak was. I was lucky that I had a welding shop that was so close by that did it for such a reasonable price. And I was lucky in that broken off bolt just came out as easy as it did. So for a guy that, you know, is literally broke down here on the side of the river, I consider myself a very lucky person. And cheers to Tom. You know who you are, Tom. Thank you very much for the donation that funded all the repair work. So thank you very much, Tom, man. I really appreciate it. You really saved my bacon this time, and so I really appreciate that, Tom. So thank you very much, buddy. It was really nice of you to donate to me at just the right opportune time, and it gave me the money for everything I needed to do to fix this. So worked out perfectly. So thanks to Tom. With that said, 120 people watching and only 11 thumbs up. Come on, people, pound the thumbs up. Well, it ain't fixed yet. Nah, but it will be. I don't jinx myself. Okay, you're right. You're right. I shouldn't jinx myself. Yep, it isn't fixed right yet. You are correct. Oh, the people and places you will see. There you go, Don. There are many lesser and greater challenges as the adventure unfolds. Be hardy, matey. Oh, I am very hardy, man. Peace. Okay, that could suck. That could just, oh, cheers. Reminds me when I get the Heineken German beer. So, okay. Use a small ball peen hammer to fabricate the gasket from bulk gasket material. So how would I use a ball peen hammer to create a gasket from the gasket material? That doesn't seem like it makes any sense to me. Yeah, God works in mysterious ways. John Dolan, you are absolutely correct, sir. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. God does work in mysterious ways. So, where are you from? Man, I'm from all over. I see pilot knows the process too. Okay. From the origin of the wolf pack. Typical day on a sailboat is fixing things. There you go. Yeah. Yep. Doing repairs at exotic locations. Cheers to that. Oh man. Yeah, so good little adventure today, getting repair work done. Don and John, words of wisdom. Oh, yep, absolutely. Thanks, Chamber Pot. SS Chamber Pot. Funny. But other than that, yeah, it's been a pretty good day here on the boat. When I got, I have to admit, after I broke the head bolt off, I was, having a little bit of a freak out, of course you would get mad that, that happened, but after I got this stud out, I was so relieved. I was just like, okay, I'm done for the day. I'm ending the work on a good note. I'm just done for the day. Put all my tools away, got everything cleaned up, put away, got all the grease and stuff off my hands, and I'm like, okay. I figured I'll wait, and then tomorrow morning I was gonna walk down to AutoZone tomorrow morning to get the bolts that I just bought this evening. But then, because it was really hot today, and I just wasn't gonna walk back down there in 95-degree heat, I would have been passed out on the sidewalk. So I was gonna wait, but then it cooled off a lot, and I'm like, well, if it's gonna be this cool, I'm gonna go for it. And I looked at my phone, and it was like 6 o'clock, and I'm like, I wonder if I can make it there and back in an hour. So I got on Google Maps, and it said it was 18-minute walk for me to walk over there and back. Or 18-minute walk each way, 18 minutes each way. I said, screw it, so I went. And sure enough, I walked over there in 18 minutes, got done what I needed to do over there in 9 minutes, and got back here another 18 minutes, and made it back here in time for my live stream. But man, I tell you what, I had to hoof it. I had to push. I had to hump it out to get there in time, so... Oh man, did you say you have the gasket material already? Sorry. Yes, I have gasket material. Content on a very personal kids, no problem. Encounter troubleshooting, success. Well, thanks, Adam. Appreciate that. It outlines the inner part of the gasket. It outlines the inner part of the gasket. Not sure what you mean by that. I like being appreciated. They certainly do, Don. Email sent. Okay. Carl's getting it done. I'm trying to. Really surprised AutoZone didn't have one to fit. Seems to be a pretty stock flange. Pilot, the kids that were working there, they wouldn't even look. They said, oh, well, what car is that off of? all these millennials know how to do nowadays is get on the computer and look it up. God forbid they should walk back on the shelf and say, oh yeah, that's the same part every lawnmower in America probably has the exact same part for it. They wouldn't even go back and look. Instead, and I shoved it way back up underneath there already, but instead the guy had to sell me this great big huge sheet of metallicized material for gasket making material that for the life of me I can't cut with hardly anything I have here, which is why the first one kind of got screwed up. But I was literally taking a flathead screwdriver and using it as a punch, as a cutting tool, to cut down and to cut out the hole in the middle, and to cut out the outside edge. So I was just using it like a chisel, basically, trying to pound out and cut the gasket material. And I had it almost done, and then the gasket tore. So it'll be okay. We'll get it done. We'll just got to start over again tomorrow. Let's see. Anything's fixable except us people. Yeah, well, that's about it, huh? Best way to clean greasy hands is with dish soap and water. Okay. Hey, Coyote. Yes, but use the round ball end of the hammer to make the holes. I often just let the hammer go ahead and cut through the gasket material. I don't understand what you guys are saying. How does a hammer cut material? I don't understand that. Put the gasket on the flange and tap it with the hammer. Okay, so you're using the edge of the flange as the cutting tool, as a cutting surface then. Is that what you're saying? Does it have AC is automatic? What are you talking about? Oh, okay. I told her yet, made many in my time. SS Billy. Hey, Billy. Okay. Not sure what all that was about, but we're on our way to getting this thing fixed and getting back on the road, which is what I'm hoping to be able to do tomorrow morning. I'm going to wait till morning and try to get all this assembled. If I can get it all assembled in the morning while it's nice and cool out, then we'll try to get back on the road tomorrow. So see how it goes from there. Her sister marked the gasket so you can see where the cut. That's all they're talking about. Okay. Only works with ball peen hammer. It gives an imprint. I see what you're saying. Okay. I'm calling them millennials as if they are evil. Is not very wise, by the way. I'm 75. Okay, Barry. Thank you for that. You are correct. Yep. Damn smartphone says what it wants to. Hey, Dave Marshall, how you doing? Good showing the exhaust fix. You could not get fixed for that price around here. Yeah, I think those guys were pretty cool about giving me a decent price on that. So it's an essential skill. Okay. Huh. Yeah, well, I do not have a ball peen hammer, so that's not going to do me much good. So I'm going to just stick with using my slotted screwdriver as a cutting tool and just keep punching it out that way. So rolling Gorilla Groove here at Peaceful Dawn. Okay. Did I miss the install, Carl? Nope, still working on it. Gotta go, hubby is hungry. All right, Dash Your Cash, take care. Ruthless, same here. All right. Oh man, trying to pound some liquids back in me. Oh man. Use your drill and perforate the hole around the shape of the interior of the gasket. The outside can stay long, it doesn't matter. Yeah, actually, Coyote, that's exactly one of the things I was deciding that I'm going to do. Exactly what I'm thinking about doing. I was able to cut the outside easy enough and get the outside, kind of shaped in. It's cutting the hole in the middle. So I decided to take a really tiny drill bit and just, make thousands of little holes if necessary around to get most of the material cut out, and then just go in there and cut it with the rest. I have a utility knife, but the utility knife won't cut through it. The gasket material has metal inside of it, and the utility knife won't cut through that. So, good luck getting her done tomorrow. Thanks, Chamberpot. I think gasket material is a better purchase, as it will undoubtedly be needed later by yourself or newfound friends down there. Yeah, I'm sure somebody will make use of it along the way. Magic Marker Inkf uses a stamp for the gasket material as well. In place of the hammer, you can use X-Acto pointed razor blade. Okay. Time for the token dog showing. The token dog showing. Here's the token dog showing. Sleeping on the floor. Northern Lights on the side. Okay. Do you have scissors? Yeah, I have scissors, but they wouldn't cut it either, Billy. The material is pretty heavy-duty stuff. Cut the inside first. Yes, that was a mistake I made today smoking. I cut the outside first instead of the inside. That was a mistake I won't make again. High temperature silicone could have been easier. Absolutely, Ian. It certainly would have been easier. And you know, I just walked all the way back to AutoZone. I should have just bought a tube of that and not worried about it. Yep, some high temperature forma gasket. Probably would have been, you know, just put a little bead of that on there and let it set itself up. So be sure to put never sees on them. I don't have any never sees, so I'm probably not going to be able to do that. But that's just the way it is. So overkill for what you need. Yep, probably. Remember, first mental health through physical health. Mental health through physical health. Okay, well, I certainly got enough exercise today. I had to hoof it down to AutoZone in the welding shop. That was twice today. I hoofed it down there and back. So got my exercise for the day, without a doubt. Got my exercise for the day. So I'm still sweaty. I bought some of these shop towels while I was down there because I forgot to bring a cloth to wipe the sweat off myself while I was hiking out there today. So use tin snips. I don't have tin snips, man. I should have bought a pair. I don't have any. So I use a hole saw to cut them. Drill. I don't have any of those tools. So that's not going to happen. But thanks, Dick. I appreciate that. Rose bomb the age bases loaded, no out. There you go. You pass Harley Davidson dealership anywhere in your travels that looks to be the exact same gasket setup as a Harley Evo engine. Yeah. Every boat needs a workshop. Yeah, well, my boat's got a little tiny works area, so maybe a diamond tooth router. Yeah, cut some out of beer cans. You need a dough rag. Yes, I do need a dough rag. Sharpen the teeth on the back scratcher. It's all good, fellas. It's all good. 10-4 looks just the same. Okay. Hire a full-time mechanic. Yeah, if only, right? Yeah, you know, and that's kind of like the thing, guys. You know, there's I guess here's the thing. You know, if I was working as a real estate broker right now and making the kind of money that I normally make, I would have taken my boat across the canal over here to the marina that has a mechanic on staff all the time, and I'd have gone over there and said, fix it, and had it fixed. But you know, I'm not working right now, and I don't have the funds, and I know how to do stuff. I mean, I can turn a wrench and I can figure stuff out and I can fix things. And I got to tell you that there's a lot of personal satisfaction in just getting this done myself and fixing it and you know, figuring out what needs to be done and finding the resources to get it done. You know, a lot of guys, oh, that's another thing. A lot of guys are saying use JB Weld. Well, let me tell you something. The high heat JB Weld at AutoZone was $22. $22 for the high heat temperature JB Weld. $25, I got it welded. Real welds. Now, Frank had noticed and was talking about, because Rob, the guy there at that did the welding, this exhaust elbow is galvanized. This piece is galvanized. Not this. The part that he cut and put on there is just exhaust pipe. It's not galvanized, but this part is galvanized. So there was no choice about not welding on galvanized unless I just, you know, was able to buy one of these. Good luck buying one of these. This is a very unique, specific part made specifically for the Ferryman diesel. And even though Ferryman supposedly has a website and a dealer network here, there ain't nobody ever responds to it. Nobody ever answers the phone. Nobody ever responds back to emails. So I would literally have to go to another muffler shop and have this custom made. This would be very expensive. Remember, it's a small tube inside of a big tube, small tube inside of a big tube with some very specific bends in it, and then this flange welded on to match the bolt pattern. I don't know what this would cost to have someone custom make this, but I bet you it would be very spendy. I bet you this is like a $200 or $300 part just to have somebody make one of those. Probably more than that. It'd take a guy better part of a day to make one of those, and you're just simply not going to go, you know, get online and order this part. They just don't have them anywhere. So the best thing for me to do was, rather than go to the JB Weld route, was in fact to find a welder or a fabricator or a machine shop and make one. And of course, the really sad thing about it is that, you know, I know how to use a pipe bender and I know how to weld. If I still had my shop that I had in Montana, I could have fixed that myself. I could have made that part myself. So yeah, galvanized is just a coating. Yes, I'm aware of that. Tickle me, Finn. I'm aware of that. Yep. True, I bet that's a $300 part. Probably is. Carl, it will work, man. You did the right thing. Oh, I know I did, Woodbeach. Yeah, I know. What I was saying, though, the point I was trying to make is that, you know, I get a lot of personal satisfaction out of having, you know, a crippling issue like this and, you know, sourcing it, figuring out, and getting it done. You know, that's just all there was to it. So maybe enough with the gasket. Good on Al's muffler shop. Yep, you can make a stud by cutting off the head of the bolt. Yes, I'm aware of that. I can do that, Barry. I know. It took me about 3 hours to make. Yeah, there you go. Tickle me, Finn. Yeah, I mean, it just, you know, having the tools. You have to have the, you know, not only is this inner pipe bent, this has got very specific bends that go inside here, because this little stub sticking out is actually a pipe about 8 inches long. You know, this pipe goes in and then runs inside here all the way down to about here. So it's got to have this same matching bend and then coming up through. So then this pipe has to have a hole made for that to fit through after it's gone through all that bend. So how do you get it bent the right way inside of this pipe and then have that come through? That would be a bit of a challenge, but there you go. It's fixed. So will the bolts you bought clear that pipe to get in the hole? Well, no, Stuart. That's why this bolt here is still here. This is the original stud right here that was on here, and I'm gonna put a little oil on that to make sure that this goes in real smooth. And I'm not gonna torque this one down really tight. I tried to tighten this one down. Apparently I tried to tighten it down too much, and that's why it broke off. So, well, that's not what happened. What happened was the nut. This is not the original nut. The nut that was on there was frozen to here, and it broke that off rather than run that through. Even when I broke the stud off, this piece was on the engine, but it was still able to wiggle and loose. So this was not all the way snugged up when it broke off. It broke off because this wasn't threaded properly, I guess. I'm not really sure why it broke off, but it did. The existing part is now better than a new one. It really is. Yep. Going down low, can Carl know he can get the parts? Carl know he can get the parts. Okay. The motor will blow before the fix wears out. Yep, probably would. Probably would. So, yeah, Wood Beast. It's I'll tell you right now, it's a Ferryman, F-A-R-R-Y-M-A-N, a Ferryman A as an apple 30 motor. And this is the exhaust elbow. And I'll almost bet $100 nobody can buy one of these anywhere. I'll bet almost $100 you can't find one online anywhere. Anywhere. Unless you have somebody make it. So, hey Cliff. You get the broken stud out of the head. That answer your question? Yes, I did, man. And what a relief it came out. So, did you not understand that the original part is the one that is galvanized, not the repair? I don't think Frank understood that, but I think he does now. So, did you get all the stud out of the head? Yes, we got the whole thing out. It all came out. Yep, all came out nice and clean. So, I do not have any anti-seize. No, I do not have any. Would Germany be included in your bet? Dick, you're in Germany. Hey, yeah, you know what? Because Ferryman's out of business. They don't make them anymore. So, and I am not aware of any place that has parts. I found a website, Ferryman USA. There's supposed to be a website supposed to have Ferryman parts here in the United States. Nobody responds to any emails or anything to that website. And not just me. I've had other people say they've contacted them and got nowhere with it. So, here I said going downwind, you can still buy them. Just go to their website and order it, and they will make this motor. It is owned by Briggs and Stratton now. Yeah, okay. Shane thought you were still in business. Looks like getting a gen with that motor. Huh. 14 new ones on eBay now, just yeah, I don't think so. Get NICs at AutoZone. Oh man, I don't know if I have it in me to walk all the way back over there for a tube NICs, guys. I don't know. Once I put this thing back together again, I don't think I'm ever gonna have to take it apart. But of course, now that I say that, I will end up having to take it apart. But is there a Cal and or Ferryman owners forum? There's a Cal forum, but no Ferryman. Send him the link. Kind of. There's a guy who has all the Ferryman parts in Hamburg. Doesn't help a lot, I know. Hey, if there's somebody that's got parts in Hamburg, I'd be interested to find out what parts he's got for the A30, because I'm sure I'll be needing other stuff. Although, you know, this engine is so simple. I mean, the Ferryman is such a simple engine. There's almost no component of it that I just can't get parts, outsourced outside of them and just have made. I mean, just like this exhaust elbow. Tickle Me Finn says he can make this in a day. If I needed to, I could just have one made. So, I don't know. Yep, better go get the anti. Oh, crap. Well, then I guess I'm walking back over there tomorrow. That sucks. That really sucks. Yeah, what the hell. First thing in the morning when it's cool out. I think they open at 7, so. Well, where were you guys when I was walking over there earlier? Why weren't you guys telling me to get that then? Save me a trip. Oh well, it is what it is. I need the exercise anyway, guys. I need the exercise anyway. As it is, I'm having a hard enough time keeping my pants up. I actually had to retie my pants today to get them to tie them up tighter. I kid you guys not. I had to retie them. Here, let me show you this. Ah, no, it won't come apart. Really? You won't come out of there? You son of a gun? There it is. Ah, now it's breaking. Never mind. All right, coming apart. There. This is how much extra. I'm gonna show you my pants here a minute. This is how much extra string I no longer need on my pants anymore because I've lost that much weight. I've had to shorten these things and shorten these things and shorten these things so many times that I now have like a yard of line sticking out, trying to tighten down on my sweatpants to keep them up. Because just putting something as simple as my wallet in the pocket makes the string all or makes the pants fall down. So I got to keep cinching them up tighter and tighter and tighter. Throw some Loctite in my pants. There you go. That's what I should do. Looking a lot thinner. I'm a lot thinner, Clint. I'm a lot thinner. Although galvanized, but no, Frank. No, that's not true. Frank, that's not true. The part that was welded on is not galvanized. It's just muffler. It's just muffler pipe. The existing manifold is what was galvanized. This old part was galvanized. The new part is not galvanized, Frank. I tried to explain that to you earlier. So. Throwing some Loctite for the studs. Yeah. Right to the party, but made it ahoy mateys. There you go. Now you break the tie string. No, I just tied it tighter. Oh, don't forget lock washers. Good to you, Carl. How much have you lost and what's your goal? I have no idea how much I've lost. I really don't know. Broke the string. It's all good. I needed to shorten the string anyway. It was way too long. No, it's lost now as is. Order pre-cut gasket, anthracite from Amazon and install later. There's a good idea. Until then, what are you doing? He's smelling the inside of my ear. Anti-seize, not Loctite. Yeah, anti-seize to make it easier to get them out. Actually, they came out pretty easy. So, what do you want? Why are you up in my face, huh? Why are you up in my face, dog? Huh? Why are you up in my face? What are you growling? There's nobody there. Go lay down. I think she hears some people making noise out on the dock. Oh. Better make an AutoZone shopping list. Spandex pants that you don't need to string. Yeah, right? Yeah, I can just see my fat butt in spandex. John, that's funny. Challenge my German jeans. Okay. Yeah, she always wants to love on me. 50-50 mix of Vaseline, petroleum jelly, and graphite. Pencil lead will do fine for several months. Okay. Yeah, she does have a good bark for unwanted company. She does. Ground off the old galvanized coating, so his welded wood bike. Yes, he did. He did grind off some of it, not 100%, but some of it. So, old school troll. Oh my God, just put the dang thing back together and move on. You're not flying that thing to the moon. Yeah, Adam, that's kind of what I was thinking. There you go. Who let the dogs out? Oh gosh. Oh, that feels so good. Kicking my shoes off. Oh my gosh, that feels so good. Cool my dogs down a little bit. Carl, been an old leisure suit and white shoes. I guess. Yeah, I don't think so. 280. It'll tickle me fin. I've shit bigger things than that. Actually, guys, that's my line. You know, I'm a big guy. Okay, I'm 6'3". When I left Alaska, I was 475 pounds. Kid you not, 475. I would say closer. I think I'm closer to 400 right now. I think I'm about 400, 375, 400, somewhere in there. I was really big. But you know, you'd always get these young punk guys that would be all tough and big and bad and whatever, you know, and they'd come up and you know they're wanting to fight or dance or whatever the old kids want to do today, and I'd be like, son, I've shit bigger things than you, and that's usually just enough funniness going on to quench any kind of confrontation like that. But you know, you get those dumbasses that in a bar or something, some young guy always wants to fight. Just remember that, guys. When somebody wants to fight with you, just tell them, say, son, I have shit bigger things than you. Oh, anyhow, that was just a little fun. Get on the pants string demo, Carl. It could be better than change my life choices rather than conservation scientist thing. Huh. Well, I'm doing both. I'm doing all the above, Barry. Doing all the above, so. Of course, now that I've broken the string, I can't untie it and show you what I was going to do. I was going to pull my pants out to my side. You can almost fit another person inside these pants with me right now. Almost, not quite. Maybe a real skinny girl could fit in here with me, so. Just what I need, right? Just what I need. Yeah, Lily Lover, I see you're new here. Okay. Obviously, with a name like that, you're not that new here, so. But go with that if that makes you happy, darling. Very true. Okay, there you go. So anyhow, kids, I'm hoping to get this thing fixed. I don't know if I'm going to walk all the way back down there and get anti-seize tomorrow or Loctite or any of this other stuff. I actually do think I have some Loctite. I think I do have some Loctite in my tool bag. I know I don't have anti-seize, but I'm pretty sure I have some Loctite. So, but I might just put some oil in there so it goes in and out easier, and just screw it down tight with a little oil behind it. At this point, if I get a little bit of exhaust leak, that's not going to worry me too much, not like what I was getting before. So, I want to see that, Carl. There you go. Good, Carl. How many pounds? Ellie, I don't know how many pounds I've lost. I'm going to say, you know, 60, 70 at this point, maybe. Some can fight, some cannot. Size makes no matter. That's right, man. That's always right. Okay. Hey, Steve. How you doing, ma'am? Are we talking welding or skinny girls? Both. We're talking about welding skinny girls together. Skinny girl would help your fans. Yeah, Cliff, you're absolutely right about that, brother. Do you not use Loctite? Okay. You're obviously not mechanically minded. Okay. There you go. Good job, I'm jealous. Well, thanks, Ellie. Yeah, I mean, you know, you have a little problem like this, you figure it out, you get what needs to be done, and you get it done. Ditto Martin used grease. Did it have a gasket and Loctite before? It did not. It did not have a gasket, nor did it have Loctite on it before, from what I could see. So, Loctite is for motorcycles, anti-seize is for boats. Okay? And duh. Only use Loctite to glue the new studs in, then copper paste is anti-seize on the other end for that nut. Well, you guys sure treat the hell out of your nuts and bolts, man. You put all kinds of additives on there. So, did the boat break? No, the boat didn't break. The engine exhaust did. I've seen many a fat guy drop by little guys. Yeah, not this one. I have no fear it will work. I agree with you, Woodbeach. Yeah, I have no concern about it working. So, I have no concern that I will get it fixed tomorrow and be able to start the engine and head on down the road. So, much better than what it was when I bought the boat. I mean, this wasn't just a repair. This was actually a improvement over what was there. So, I mean, this added on pipe is the same thickness as the original pipe. So it's just now doubled up, welded on there and sealed. That's an improvement over what was there before. So, you know, I asked them at the muffler shop. They said they did not have exhaust gasket for that. So yeah, I tried that route to see if they would have a gasket, and they said no. They said go down to AutoZone, and AutoZone would have one. And then the young people, I'm not supposed to call them millennials apparently, the young people down at Amazon or down at AutoZone couldn't be bothered to do anything but look it up on a computer. So, and since they couldn't find it on a computer, they weren't going to actually go look and see if they had the actual gasket. Which I'm sure if they allowed me to go back there and look through their parts bins, I could have walked down their parts bins and probably found the exact gasket I needed down there. So, have you been in many fights in your 60 years? Mike, I've been in way too many fights in my 60 years. I studied martial arts for many years. I never got into fights like, you know, drunks. Well, that's not true. I used to bounce at a bar when I was younger as well. So when you're a bouncer, you get in a lot of fights. You know, you always get somebody who wants to challenge you. So when I was a younger guy, I did a lot. When I was middle-aged, I studied a lot of martial arts. But nothing in the last 20 years, you know. Nowadays, when somebody wants to start up with me, I just browbeat them out of it, you know. Just embarrass them verbally, and that's usually the end of it. So, Everyone donate thousands of dollars so he can buy a whole new boat. There you go. That would be awesome. So obviously you did not read anything I said before. Take the bolts back. Buy 2 studs with nuts and lock washers, anti-seize as well. I didn't actually, Billy. I didn't see that you commented that before. I'm only seeing that now, so I don't know where that's coming from, but okay. Buy 2 studs and nuts with lock washers and anti-seize as well. Okay, huh? Yes, you're supposed to use anti-seize on all boat motors for sure. I've worked on boats professionally, and we always use this, especially on diesel heads, bolt-on parts. Okay. 2 studs, 2 nuts, do it right. Now you guys are just being nasty tonight. You guys are being tough. I studied under Smith Wesson. I did get a good look at the studs. I presume they protrude from the engine block and the pipe flange material. Maybe use square head bolts in the engine head, if that makes sense. You know what accounts for the fellas. Past 10 years, I'm old enough now, I just pull my gun and say, fuck, leave me alone. Yeah, Coyote, I agree with that. Yep, wood, okay, yep. Yeah, I find though, when you go to pulling steel, it just accelerates everything pretty quickly, so. Not a step I would want to take lightly, although I did have to pull a gun on a neighbor of mine up in Alaska, so. Piracy. Southern Sharpshooter, I owned a lot of guns. I used to be a federal firearms dealer. I've owned thousands of guns in my life. I still own a whole bunch of guns, but I have them all in storage in Ohio. I don't have any guns on the boat with me right now. So. Can you stand up in the cabin at 6'4"? Clint, I can stand up in the cabin. Well, let me show you, okay? I can stand up and walk through the main part here with my head slightly bowed. Where my companionway is right there, I can stand up completely. Right where the companionway is, I can stand up tall, and actually I can even, knock back a pop and finish off a can of pop or something. But in the rest of my companionway, I have to just tilt my head forward a little bit to walk around at 6 foot. I'm 6'3" actually. So people don't call the haters are going in. Yeah, I know it, Barry. I know. Have found an A30 manual. Yes, I have an A30 manual. Thank you. Brewers won game 2. There you go. When you knowledge trolls, you feed the trolls. Yep. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I like to give people the benefit of the doubt until they prove that they're trolls. So. No pro talking. All right, Dick. We're trying, buddy. We're trying. We really are. We're trying. So, I'm not bringing it up. Everybody else seems to want to. So, if you use land coat for anti-seize, it's made by Force Bar. Works really well for all your rigging as well. Electrical, it's good to have with you. Cheap, you can pick it up at Worst Marine. All right, Steve. Good advice. Thank you. Man of many expertise. Okay. I don't know. People accuse me of that. I don't know. I'm 60 years old, and I'm one of those kinds of people that I always embrace life. I like to try different things. I just like to try different things. So. I'm constantly trying different things. I find it incredulous. I really do. It absolutely flabbergasts me how. I'll give you an example. My ex-wife Johanna. Some of her family have lived in the same part of Brooklyn their entire lives, or where her family moved over to Elmont, New York. They live their entire life in an area of about 6 or 8 square blocks. They're born. They go to school, they do all their shopping, they work, they live their entire life in 6 or 8 square blocks from birth to death. They never leave that area. So they never travel, they never see the world, they never experience any of that stuff. It's just sort of mind-boggling to me how people could do that. I just find that to be incredible that some people do that. I have traveled all over. Spent a decade here and a decade there and a decade somewhere else. I like to get someplace new and be there long enough to learn about it, see what's going on, who's there, what the neighborhood's like, what it's like to live there for a while. So, I've lived in New York, I lived in Ohio, I lived in Montana, I lived a little bit in Washington, the state of Washington by Seattle. I lived up in Alaska, I lived up in Florida, which I'm going to go back to. I just kind of like seeing different things, and so I'm always kind of surprised at those people that just like do one thing and spend their whole life doing that. I've not been my way. So I like to travel and see different places, and I like to try different stuff, like the martial arts. I did martial arts when I was a kid. I got kicked pretty bad in the side of the head one time, and it affected my vision. But later on, when I got up into my 30s or so, I went back into it just for physical conditioning and exercise and stuff. So I was never, crazy about it. It wasn't all life-consuming. It was just, something I did. We went and worked out during our lunch hour and had a dojo, and we were studying, open hand style of karate. So it was fun. It was just fun, and we would spar and we would have a good time. So I've tried different things. I try to learn. I'm 60 years old. I'm still learning, guys. If I find something interesting and new to me, I'm going to try to learn it. That keeps your brain going, keeps your mind sharp, and it gives me just enough information about a whole lot of subjects to get myself in trouble with them. I know just enough to get in trouble, and not necessarily enough to get myself out of trouble, but it's still, and I recognize that from experience, obviously. But so yeah, I know a little bit about a whole lot of things. So, what's that saying? I'm jack of all trades and master of none. So I guess that kind of sums up my life, Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go, Jack. Yeah, Trav. I'm just going back and checking the chat, and Trav Spence has it right on the head there. So, steel studs with brass nuts. The brass nut shrinks onto the stud and helps keep it from vibrating off, and it will cease to the stud. Okay. Use brass nuts, huh? Okay, so what else we got going on here? Trying to read the chat, guys. Give me a minute here. Thanks, Frank, for putting my PayPal. Yep, Teespring. There's the link to our store if you guys want to check out our merch that we have. And back to Muffler Stop and see if they can cut your gasket and put a little anti-seize on your bolts. Well, Chris, that's an interesting idea. Yep. Of course, the muffler shop's not a whole lot closer than the auto parts store, but it is somewhat. So, yeah, it would be. And just to clarify, guys, I'm not a fighter. Okay, I'll walk away before I'll fight with somebody. I don't. As big as I am, even if I win a fight, I lose. Because it ends up going to court of lawyers or whatever, and I'm always going to be. See a big guy like me, I always lose, so I don't fight. I'm just not a fighter, guys. I'll defend myself, but I don't initiate. I don't start crap with anybody. So, oh, what beer are you drinking? Heineken, Billy Heineken. I went to lunchtime and got fried rice and an egg roll. There you go. Billy, I didn't use bank strength. They run by the Illuminati. Okay. You left half the stud in the block. No, I didn't. Nope, got it all out. Muffler shops have no need for gaskets. They don't deal with water-cooled exhaust. Leaks and undercarriages are insignificant. Yep. Laura could take Bobby. That's right, Chamber Pot. You're right. I am a lover, not a fighter. Absolutely. Cartoon celebrity matches, I believe it was on old. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Yep, Dick, that's right. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Laura could take me. Oh, Laura has already taken him. He just don't know it yet. Oh, gosh, yeah. All right, Troll Sniper. Can we say hello to Miss Lily? Yeah, go ahead. Say hello to her. Carl, you have any paper close? Paper? Like a... Yeah, I've got a whole... I bought a whole big... I bought a whole big binder, and I got a pen and paper right here. So I don't know what you want me to write down, but I have a pen. Uh-oh. Now you're asking about a pen. Let me get ready here. Apparently we've got something coming. Okay, I'm ready to take shorthand. I mean, can we see? Oh, you want to see her? Yeah, okay, hold on. Well, there she is. There she is. She just came up on top. Hello, dog. They want to see you. Can they see you? Can they see you, huh? What do you think? You say hello to everybody? Can you woof at them? Woof at them. Woof. Woof. Woof at them. Woof at them. Woof. Woof. We've been working on that. I'm teaching her to woof now on command, so. Okay, so I'm ready for your notes here. No, I'm trying to take notes. Get back, dog. Oh, she's a good girl. I know. Get back. Okay. Muffler tape might work as gasket material. Check out a beautiful shirt. Giving you one of the... Yep, we do. We do. Yep, we do. Frank, you're right. Turn the bolts, buy two studs. Okay. Don't do brass nuts, use steel. Where it was designed. Miss Shar maybe could take... Oh, yeah, Miss Shar could take me anytime she... Miss Shar can take me anytime she wants to. I'm sorry to her husband. Sorry about that, man, but... Nice lady. Very, very nice lady, and her husband's awesome, too, so... Yes, she's a Labrador Retriever. Billy, I'm ready to take notes. Not with lock washers. Okay, not with lock washers. I got that. I got that. Okay. Not with lock washers. Man, you guys are funny. Don't forget some blinker fluid. Okay, blinker fluid. There you go. Yeah, now do I need the port side blinker fluid or the starboard side blinker fluid, Billy? Which one do you prefer? Because you know they make different grades of that, you know. Miss Shar is no, Miss Shar is a lovely lady that I met the other day with her husband. So, rust is nature's Loctite, and anti-seize is for parts you anticipate taking apart later. The one-time job we're selling on. Yes, Adam, that is absolutely correct. I hope to never have to do this again. Let's go. Would be too funny. Hey, Miss Shar, how you doing, darling? Can we see a quick 360 of the boat interior? Sure. There, I showed you a quick 360 twice. Oh, my boat's a mess, man. My boat's a mess. All right, so I'm sitting here in the salon. There's the dog. The head and the V-berth are up there. My refrigerator is there, ice maker, my sink, which I have a bunch of stuff to put in there, my cooking area, storage. There's the companionway going up out of the boat, more storage here next to me, and back to me. There's a 360 of what it looks like inside my tiny little boat. Oh, okay. Thought my late chocolate lab speak. She became very, very vocal dog after that. Yeah, I don't want her to become real vocal. On the go fast. Okay, don't matter. They don't work, Carl. They don't work. Oh, okay. That depends, Carl, on what type of muffler bearings you're going to use. Oh, yeah, that's right, man. I forgot I need to get bearings for the muffler, don't I? Yep. All right, God bless you. I was just joking. Okay. And when you put it back. Sweet days, I know, good. Okay, Ellie is going to get her blinker fluid checked when she brings her truck in for service. There you go. Companionway looks a bit tight there. No, companionway is just fine. I just got a fan sitting in the way right now. Okay, so we got caught up with the chat. Forget the AutoZone hike tomorrow. Return those bolts of gasket material down the road and treat yourself to lunch. Okay, something to put into the notes. Make sure you check your sprainer use. Check mine 5 times, then clean mine 5 times and drip down. Okay. Yeah, Frank and I aren't doing a partnership on a catamaran. I'm not partner material, guys. Haters are going to say Lily looks sick. She doesn't. Oh, whatever. Taxi go fast holes and 4 deuce mags. Okay. Yep. Yep. Actually, guys, the next thing I need to do is on the boat, I really am going to have to work on getting the front end balanced. So I'm having some front end issues on the boat. So I'm going to have to get it, have to take it into a shop and have the front end turned and tuned up a little bit, you know. You guys are funny. You guys are funny. More fun than humans should be allowed, that's for sure. Oh man, alignment, yeah, there you go, 10,000 miles, Dick, you're right. Time for my front end alignment on my boat. Yep, got to get it. Probably should get some tires. Yeah, I should go to Sears and see about replacing my tires, so. Accept all returns, blame the gasket on the AutoZone there. Yeah, right. You think 1960 is too old of a boat to buy? Yeah, I don't know. Depends on the boat. I think your rear passenger side tire needs air. There you go, Frank. Hey, go for green living. How you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a long time. How you guys doing? You guys have a good summer? Hardtop spinners are a must. Yeah, you might pass Tula's Endless Summer on your way. They're in North. Oh, are they? Oh, yeah, I just might pass them, huh? Steve, Family, what's up, dude? So I'm hoping to get my exhaust elbow mounted tomorrow, and you might need some chrome muffler bearings. There you go. Yeah. You had a hit summer. All right, good deal, man. Good to know. Hot. Oh, hot summer. Okay, there you go. How's your greenhouse working out, man? You guys built that really beautiful greenhouse on the side of your place there. How'd that work out for you? I haven't, to be honest, I haven't seen any of the homesteading videos, and I don't know how long. I've just been so preoccupied with my own thing lately, so. Also known as the ditch, is a good place to get everything dialed in for running before you hit the outside water. Yeah, there you go, I agree. Good walk for Lily. Yep, Miss Lily enjoyed walking today. She absolutely did. People at AutoZone weren't too happy about my dog coming into their store, but that's too bad, so. Put a turbo on the motor, yeah, right? Put a turbocharge on my single cylinder 10 horsepower Ferryman, so. Oh, you're doubling the size of it now. Awesome. Very cool. Very cool, Go for Green Living. I'm glad to hear that. Wood beefs, it was really hot earlier today. I mean, it was 96 degrees at one point here in the boat. And then at about like 3 o'clock, in a matter of 15 minutes, it dropped from like 95 to 84. It was like a 10-12 degree temperature drop in just minutes. And which is what prompted me to think, oh, well, you know, I might as well, and I was in the middle of watching a movie. I watched a really good movie today. Don't ask me what the name of it was, I don't remember, but it had Matt Damon's in it playing some sort of head of the CIA kind of thing. I don't know, it was pretty cool. Set back when they were, you know, arguing with the Russians and stuff. But yeah, the temperature dropped like in 15 minutes. All of a sudden the humidity dropped, the temperature dropped. It was really nice. So I don't have TV. I can get. I have internet through my iPad, which is, you know, cellular service. And when you go to unlimited with AT&T, I got this TV thing with them. So now I get TV that doesn't add on to my minutes. So even though I exceed my 22 gigabytes, so-called unlimited internet is still 22 gigabytes. Even though I have that, when you do the unlimited through AT&T, you now get this TV stuff. So I get TV for free through my iPad. So, you a high holler bud, okay. Ooh, fried walleye, that sounds good. JP Miles Steel. All the Money in the World movie, okay. How do you watch movies? Okay, got that. Did you see those photos of the... Yes, Frank, I did see those. I'm sorry I haven't responded to you yet about that. I've just been preoccupied with these repairs. And then it got really hot today, so I just put on a movie. Frankly, I was in a bad mood at the time, so I put on a movie just to chill out and relax. So, hello there, how are you? Steve, walleye is good. Fished it up on Erie and loved it. Yeah, walleye is good. I've actually caught a lot of walleye on Lake Erie over the years, back in the day. So, good night, Chamber Pot. Take care, buddy. Girl in a bad mood? Yeah, not me. I'm never in a bad mood. Strikes again at 2:20 in the morning. Need to get some sleep. Hey, Dick, you take care, buddy. Get some sleep, man. When I see his name, I think of Canada. Oh, Canada, my home and native land. I don't remember the rest of that. Watched too many hockey games. Okay, second beer down. Time for the third. Go rest, man. Yeah, I probably should. I'm jazzed tonight, man. I'm feeling good. Feeling good. I got a lot of exercise today, and I'm thinking good about the repairs I'm about to get done tomorrow. So, what beer? Heineken. Heineken. I had a fella donate to PayPal and said, hey, get a 12-pack of beer and put it on the boat. So I got a 12-pack of beer and put it on the boat. So I went to a fight one time and a hockey game broke out. Yeah, don't you hate when that happens, man? Was changed because of the what's an SJW? Single Jewish women? I don't know. What is that? New World. Yeah, Wood Beach. We're not going there. You get Heineken like everywhere. Yeah, Heineken is a very good quality beer worldwide. And Southern Sharpshooter, I enjoy Heineken. It's a good tasting beer. I got very accustomed to drinking Heineken when I lived over in Bahrain in the Persian Gulf. But I also like the fact that Heineken sponsors a lot of sailboat races. The Heineken Regatta, as an example, down in the British Virgin Islands. So I like to support people who support what I like. So I like sailing. They support sailing races. I like Heineken. You're going to love getting back down here in the Florida waters and the Keys. Nobody ever says anything about a dog coming in the grocery store, auto parts store. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, Steve. I really am. Social justice warrior. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. Coors Light is the best. Oh, gosh, no. Colorado Kool-Aid? Sorry. And by the way, I have an uncle who worked for Coors for his entire career. He worked as a loading dock manager for Coors. Don't say Coors blows. My uncle worked there, Billy. That's not nice. But yeah, I'm not much of a fan of Colorado Kool-Aid. So, Dos Equis, there you go. Tickle Me Fun. Now Dos Equis pretty good beer, yeah. Coors, yuck. Brewed with fresh mountain water. I've actually been to the Coors Brewery. You guys should take a tour of that if you want to. I found their barns where they roast their grain pretty interesting. So, oh, Budweiser, no, not a Budweiser fan. Fat Tire, okay. Yeah, Fat Tire is one of those brands that sort of kicked off the whole microbrew scene in the Pacific Northwest. So, Colorado's 2 games behind the Brewers. There you go. By the way, guys, I watched the football game last night. I fell asleep before the game was over. So I don't know who won. So here I was all excited about watching Thursday night football. I didn't make it past halftime, guys. It got to halftime, I shut the game off and went to bed. So, at the Coors Brewery in Elkton, Virginia. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, the one with the most bars, yeah. Coors Light, I didn't think that, okay. It's a Belgian beer, Coors, okay. When did she once ask me to leave my ex-wife in the... Oh, man. New England won the game 38-24. Holy crap. Well, then the Colts really came on, because I think they were scoreless at the end of the first half, weren't they? I don't remember the Colts. No, I think the Colts had scored 3 points at the end of the first half. So, I don't know. Do not use Loctite. Okay. All right. Well, to be honest with you guys, I don't think I'm going to use anything. I think I'm just going to throw, I'm going to bolt this back up just the way it was and get it all put back together and working. So, Rolling Rock. Oh my gosh. There you go. Do you like college or pro? For football, you're referring to football, Clint? I like both. I just like watching football games. And I'm not like, aside from Ohio State, I really don't care who wins. I just like to enjoy watching a good game. I like to watch guys play well. But Ohio State, I want Ohio State to win, always. So, why? My mom and dad both went to Ohio State. I actually went to Ohio University down in Athens, Ohio. I'm a Buckeye. I didn't go to Ohio State. I'm not a Bobcat or a Buckeye. But, been around Ohio. I'm a big fan of Ohio State. I like to see Ohio State win. So, popular hipster beer, I could stand Blue Moon Yuck. Okay. You smoke weed. I used to when I was younger. I do not anymore. That's it, Frank Pounders. Okay. LSU in Florida. DAT 33 GPS owned by. Go Blue. There you go. Go. Uh-oh. Go Blue. Johnny Hag. I don't know, man. Kind of like that Crimson. Good cheap local beer down here, and a lot of people know on the East Coast is Yingling. Yeah, my son likes that Yingling stuff. I tried some of it. It's not bad. It's not bad. There you go, Gators. There you go, Tickle Me Finn. There's a team with a lot of support. The Gators. Ravens. Okay. Molson Canadian. Well, I tell you what. I bet Molson Canadian could take the Ravens. Oh gosh. I for one would like to see us have different teams from different sports play each other, I mean, like the New England Patriots are like, a huge thing in football, have been for many years. Like the Dallas Cowboys were a decade ago, they were a franchise. So I'd like to see the New England Patriots play hockey against the Calgary Flames. That would be fun. Or the Long Island, the New York Islanders could play football against the New York Jets. That would be fun. So I feel like Doug Flutie with the whole America. Okay. Being stoned alone on a boat out at sea would be a very bad idea. Yes, it would be. Absolutely would be. What part of Florida are you in? He's down in Key West. 92,000 at the swamp set. Okay, Carl, you just say you're just going to use what you had and install it in the morning. Probably, Billy. That's probably what I'm going to do, because it's what it had. It's all it had, and I think I can just put it back together again and keep it simple. Again, I'm just going to try to piece it back together again so I can get down to Marathon. I'm not looking at keeping this boat forever. And I think the way I'm putting it back together again will be adequate. Is it perfect? Probably not. No, it's probably not perfect, but it's adequate. That and the guy that helped me out financially by donating some money to me to get the repair work done, I've done spent that. Buying these bolts at this last trip, spent the last of that. So the fact is, to be honest, to be 100% honest with everybody, I don't have the money to go buy anti-seize or anything else at this point. So I don't have the funds for that. There were studs on it. Yes, I'm aware there was studs on it, and there still will be one stud. There will be, this one stud will be put back in, but the bottom one I'm just going to replace with a bolt as a cost-effective replacement, as a cost-effective alternative. So I'm itchy tonight. I don't know why. So hockey players would get killed. I don't know, man. Hockey players are tough. Or the Raiders play hockey against the Lakers. Oh, that would be funny. Okay, so there you go. A football team playing a basketball team, and they're playing hockey. Now that could be fun, Trav. I like that. So, great concept. Good day. Hockey sticks. Yep. Okay. Like the 50-yard line, marks grass and ice. Return the bolts. Okay. Oh, man. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate you putting that up. Yeah, if anybody wants to contribute to the cause, just there's the PayPal link. If anybody would like to contribute to the adventure, all funds are certainly appreciated right now, because we're pretty much out of money at the moment. It's around there. Okay. Drop of material. Give them $5 to make the gasket. Or you save a bunch of frustrating time. All right, Alan, that sounds like an idea. Will you end diving anytime soon? Yes, I'm hoping to, as soon as I get down to Florida, I hope to start diving again. But that's a good idea. Okay. Alan, good idea. Yep. You guys are full of great ideas, no doubt. Absolutely. And I'm not disagreeing with any of you. You know, I think to do it right, I probably should go and buy new studs and get all that stuff, you know, put the anti-seize in there. I agree that all of those things should be done. Got to have the chinks to do it. So, and these were only $2.49 each, so I don't think I'm going to get enough money from these to do that. Imaging when the football players hit the ice and the hockey players hit the turf. Yeah, hockey players would actually have to run, wouldn't they? They wouldn't be able to skate. They'd actually have to run. So, oh man. No red tide here, I believe. In the Gulf Stream, too much moving water and the weather, we won't see it. Yeah, that's one of the things I do like about the Florida Keys, Steve, is that the water through there does keep moving because of the current through there. So that's one of the nice things about it. So, and you know, you're down there in Marathon and Key West, that area, you almost always have that tropical breeze blowing through. You know, even on the hottest, nastiest day, you know, there's always 5 or 10 knots of wind blowing through. So it's really nice. Ms. Shar, aye. Okay, well, you need to go away. Oh, Pilot. Okay, Pilot beat me to it. Thanks, Pilot. Fleas, I hate those little bastards. Oh yeah, fleas are tough. We don't have any fleas right now. We are flealess at the moment. All of the various treatments we've gotten it taken care of. I've never been to Key Florida Keys, but in the Keys, it's a good first time visit. Where in the Keys? Oh, you just gotta go down the whole Key line. Miss Sharp, you're gonna go down there, you gotta drive all the way down to Key West and back up. See the whole thing. It's just beautiful to drive down through there. Oh, lava wind. Okay. These everywhere. We call them gypsies. Drunk ones that hang out in the alley. Damn keyboard. Okay. I'd normally call them sheeple. Okay. Frontline flea and tick. Hopefully bed bug clear too. Yeah, we don't have any bed bugs. No bed bugs here, no fleas here. Filthy buggers. Okay. Yep. Yep. Miss Lily did have fleas, but we kind of did a three-pronged approach on it actually. And that seems like it's nipped it in the butt now. So no more fleas on the dog. That's why she's now sleeping soundly and not scratching continuously. And no, I'm not going to wake her up again. But that's where you let sleeping dogs lie. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. Nice, but actually anywhere in the Keys is beautiful. Okay. Yep, Key Largo's nice, Marathon's nice, Key West is nice. They all have different reasons, so if you're happy with that, good for them. The rest of us like to get around. Not sure what that was about. Okay, Hemingway's Home to Keys is fun to see, Miss Shark. Yeah, Hemingway House is down in Key West, and it is very interesting. All right, so a little trivia question. What animal is there, and Steve, you're not allowed to answer this, what animal is there in Key West at Hemingway's home? What animal is there at Hemingway's home that's famous for? And why is that animal famous? I noticed in the summer you were roast. Yeah, probably. Back here, good. Cats. Okay, what about the cats though makes them famous? What is it about the Hemingway cats that makes them famous? Yes, Clint had it correct. Cats have extra toes. They have 6-toed cats. Not 5 toes, 6-toed cats around the Hemingway house. Great job done. Well, thank you. Peacocks? No, not peacocks. No, Frank, you can't answer. Extra toe, you're right. Well, yep, I'm well aware of that, sharpshooter. Fleas get everywhere. So, yep, 6 toes, that's right. Scroll up, I want first credit. Oh, you guys are funny. Yep. Hemingway cats have 6 toes. Weird, huh? Miss Shar says I was second. All right, everybody's got to claim their rights now. Yeah, the cats have been there since Hemingway was there. Cats are unnatural creatures. They are. Damn cute. Yeah, I'm not a cat person. I know. You know, there are certain people that are dog people, and there are certain people that are cat people. Let me tell you a little story about cats and the difference between a dog and a cat. So much as the mod. So here's the thing, okay? And I've said this before, so if you heard this before, I'm sorry I'm repeating it. So when you wake up in the morning in your bedroom, people live in houses, and the dog and the cat both come running in to greet you as you're waking up in the morning. They have 2 distinct different sets of values. The dog comes in and greets you in the morning as you wake up in your bed because he's just so happy that you're awake because you can be with him and you can pet him and you can play with him and have a lot of fun with your dog. The cat is happy that you wake up in the morning so you can get the hell out of his bed. So that's the way the cats feel about it. You're in their bed, you need to get the hell out of their bed so they can go take their nap. Dogs, happy to see you. That's why I'm a dog person, always have been. But I understand why some people like cats. Some of the ocean sailors thought they were good luck. Better catch and prey than their extra coat. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Is there a maxi 401k? Yeah, right. Cats do sleep a lot. Yeah, you would dispute that. Okay. All right. Well, come on. It was funny anyway, but. God, you guys are tough, man. You guys are tough. All right, John, thank you for that. How big is the boat in that bed? Okay, this table folds down into this area here where my legs are, and it's the width of that cushion. But that cushion from there to there wide, and then that cushion plus this table twice. That's how big my bed is. So it is about 6.5 feet long, and 23 inches wide. So where I sleep is 23 inches wide and about 6.5 feet long. And I sleep on a cushion about that thick. That's how thick the cushions are. That's the bed on my boat. There are locked and bolts, so where am I going to sleep? 3.5 inches. Yeah, pretty much. 3.5 inch thick. Will plumber's tape work on the threads? Not on an exhaust. That would be, yeah, not on an exhaust. Fit for a king. Yeah, well, it's big enough for me, so it's all I need. It's all I need. I mean, when you really break it down, people, what do you really need in life, you know? She'll put Loctite on my lips. Yeah. Well, I've had women want to put crazy glue on. Never mind, I'm not going there. So I got to be more than 23 inches wide. That's what it is. I just measured it. There you go, Johnny Hag. There's a tape measure, 23 inches. There, you happy? 23 inches. I sleep on a 23-inch wide bed. Okay. Keeps the nuts and bolts from bonding into each other. Okay. Not 3.5 inches. No, 23 inches. Okay. Teflon tape acts as a lubricant. Actually, Teflon tape on plumbing seals it. It keeps the water from flowing through. That's why I use plumber's tape. You give Lily more bed than you take to yourself. Pretty much, yeah. She uses the other cushion. But see, she sleeps like right here on this part of the bed, which is actually narrower because it actually goes up underneath, back up underneath here. So she sleeps in this area here, which is actually only about 16 inches or 17 inches wide. So she sleeps in that area and I sleep out on the other board. So, what about where you were sitting? I'm sitting in an area that Miss Lily uses as part of her bed. When I'm facing that way, she will move back to the foot of the bed. When I'm facing this way, she comes up and lays right where I'm sitting pretty much now. So I may overlap a little bit onto where I'm sitting, but there's a board. I don't know if I can show this to you here, but there's a board here that sort of separates the beds. This little piece of wood here. It only sticks up like a couple of inches, but I can't sleep on top of that. I have to be on one side of it or the other, and I don't fit on this side of it, so I stay on that side of it. But with that said, sometimes, like if I'm sleeping, maybe my elbow might stick over that part of it or something, but I basically sleep on that portion of it. So, yeah, we just woke Lily up, yep. What's for dinner tonight? No dinner this evening. Let me reach down there with your measuring tape. I'm running 32.5 inches. Okay. If you're just using what you have, why not just put the exhaust pipe on now? Because I'm tired and I'm doing a live stream right now, Billy. That's why. I'm doing a live stream. I'm not going to stop the live stream and go, and it's dark out, it's nighttime. I'm tired. I don't want to pull all my tools out and reorganize the whole room to do that. So, sometimes I look at you like you're crazy. Yeah, she definitely looks at me like I'm crazy all the time. Yeah, actually I had, I ate some, I was bad earlier while watching a movie. I ate some potato chips and I ate some cookies during the movie, and so that was it for tonight. No dinner this evening. So how old is your son? I have two sons, 28 and 31, I believe, is what their ages are right now. If you do it now, we all can help you. Not comfy, I feel. Tickle Me Fin is just fine. It works perfectly for me. I sleep very well. Actually, you know, I've got a bad back. I've got a blown disc in my lower back. And I find this situation really good on my back. My back feels great sleeping on this. So I'm not complaining at all, guys. Do the LEDs help with battery life? Pilot, they absolutely do, yes, and thank you very much for that. Yeah, the LED lights definitely extend my, and you know where the real joy of that is, it allows me, having the LED lights allows me to run the 12-volt fan all night long. So I can keep the fan running all night, keep it nice and cool for myself while I'm sleeping. And that's the real advantage to me of having the LED lights. So it has a very real impact in my comfort level at night while I'm sleeping. So thank you for that. Very few or no rats. Yes, that's very true, Steve. You're right. Okay. All right. I didn't realize I was, but we won't do that anymore. You did. Perhaps. Perhaps. Okay. Well, anyhow, guys, look, we've gone well over. Actually, we're almost at 2 hours. Wow, I didn't realize we'd gone over so long. So, I get the model number. I like them. Okay. I don't know what you're referring to, but. So we're going to go ahead and end this. You want to do a shameless shout out real quick? Why don't you guys do a quick shameless shout out? Anybody got there and anything they want to promote? Go ahead and promote yourself. Dog's trying to fall off the bed. If not, we're going to go ahead and end this and have more for you guys tomorrow. So, all right, yeah, we'll go ahead and end this. So, all right, guys, well, be good and be careful. Take good care of one another, kids. I really appreciate everybody listening tonight. Remember, in the description down below, there's links to my PayPal and Patreon should you want to contribute to the adventure. All funds are greatly appreciated and frankly really needed right now. I'm kind of down to bare butt minimum funds right now. So if you want to contribute, that would be awesome. And if not, well, that's all good too. So anyhow, we'll have more for you later, kids. Be good and be careful. See you later. Bye. Oh, one thing I wanted to clarify. There are some people that thought I was rude the other day that I didn't respond to them. When I say bye and I hit the little X on my camera, which is right there, and I stop a live stream, I can no longer see anything in the chat. I know you guys can continue chatting for a while after I've ended the live stream, but I can't read any of that once I hit the button to end the thing. So don't be mad at me if you ask a question after I close the live stream down. I don't respond to you. I can't see them as soon as I hit the little X and close things down. So with that said, good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.